Hey, what's up? I am here. Sorry about that transition. I clicked the wrong button. It's been a day, and I'm feeling it. Uh, there's snow in the forecast. My students are beyond excited, praying for a snow day tomorrow. And no matter how many times I explain to them that it's not supposed to start snowing till the afternoon, they still are very excited about a possible snow day tomorrow. Don't get me wrong, I could use a snow day, but probably not in the forecast for us. But go ahead and grab a Dr. Pepper if you haven't already. You see it says down there at the bottom, grab some Dr. Pepper. The shows will start soon. It is the Pepper Pack Podcast. We are back with another episode of the Pondering Pepper. And I have another daily question for you to think about. And this one actually is kind of a tough one for me. I've been thinking about it a lot. I feel like it's a trick or trap question, but I'll explain that here in a minute. So if you're watching, let me know where you're watching from. Hopefully you got a Dr. Pepper. You know how to count this down with me. It goes 1, 2, 23. So I was giving math tests today, and while my students were taking a test, I have 3 classes. One class had test day, 2 of them have test tomorrow. I was getting all my grading caught up, and I just felt really good to have stuff cleaned up and organized and kind of getting out of the way in my classroom. And I was like, my Dr. Pepper room has seen better days. This basement has become a bit of a just storage room, if you would. With having 2 little girls, I don't let them down here because I'm a little OCD, and stuff down here has both sentimental and monetary value to me. So like I don't want them grabbing and throwing and playing with stuff down here. So we've had it shut off for a while. Um, Obviously, I'm not here for the podcast, but I decided to start cleaning up and putting some things away. And it's just something about cleaning really feels good, just to kind of clean out some things and organize. I enjoy that. I got my daughter hooked on organizing. Um, Only problem is my wife and I will put stuff away and clean it the way we want it, and then she'll go pull everything out and put stuff where she wants it. Then she can't find it, and we have no idea where it's at. But I know that never happens to y'all. So yep, it's been a day. I'm sure this weekend's gonna be crazy. Possibly 10 inches of snow in the Wichita area. So make sure you grab some Dr. Pepper, get the essentials from the store, stay safe, stay off the roads unless you have to get out there. Um, if you do get out there, make sure you swing by Just a Sip. Grab yourself a tumbler and get it filled with some hot chocolate. They have some of the best hot chocolate. Carter, I'm glad you finished your test. Hopefully your answers are all correct. And if not, it's all right. We'll correct it. Um, Stay safe tomorrow. Stay warm. I know, like, it's gonna be cold. We don't want you getting out there and getting sick. But I I need a lot of Dr. Pepper today. Well, today's question is, I gotta find the right button to click. And this might explain to you why I think it's a little bit of a trick question. What would you regret not fully doing, being, or having in your life? And the reason why I feel like this question is kind of like a tricky question to ask. I feel like the implication here is it says, what would you regret? So I'm like, is there something in my life currently that I'm supposed to regret? Or is there something I missed out on that I do regret? And now I'm in the situation I'm in right now? And that's just totally throwing me off here. Because, like, you start saying, oh, I regret this happened. But then you're not thankful for what you have right now. And I'm very much a believer if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it all the way 123% because you got to have the 23%. So, what would you regret not fully doing, being, or having in your life? Yeah, I'm stuck on this one. I don't know about you guys, but again, I just do everything I can to the fullest. Um, Obviously, family. Not that you're not regretting family, but you want to be in the family, have the family in your life, location, job, all that stuff. Not stuff I regret. I feel like this is missing half of the question. I feel like it should be like, what would you regret not fully doing, being, or having in your life if something or something happened or something or something didn't happen? This is so open ended, I can't wrap my brain around how to answer it. One thing I do regret, actually, I don't regret, I'm just going to say I regret it for the sake of the question, but I wish we could change how short the ambassador program was for Dr. Pepper. That was something I really enjoyed being a part of, and I am sad to see it ended. But I fully embraced that. I fully participated in that. I was called by Dr. Pepper the self-proclaimed president of the Pepper Pack. Um, I had multiple fellow ambassadors that I was friends with, and even some that I never really interacted with that much. I'm going to say that I am more or less the leader of the pack, which is humbling. Like I love the leadership opportunities, but I don't want to be the person that says, "Hey, I'm in charge," although I'm willing to if I need to. What would you regret not fully being? Yeah, I'm so stumped by this question that I am. Believe it or not, Josh is probably not listening because if he is, he's about to have a heart attack. I'm almost at a loss for words. I gotta, I gotta read this stationary text as it keeps scrolling. It throws me off. What would you regret not fully doing in your life? Not fully doing. Again, I'd say anything I do, I do it to the best of my ability, 110%. Um, I've talked to several people, and I've mentioned my traumatic brain injury that I've suffered, and how that tends to cause me to hyper focus on stuff, and so I can't let things go, and so I always feel like I'm fully committed in that sense to different things. So it's not that I regret any of that. Um, Being obviously you always want to be a little more present in life and in situations. I do get distracted a lot, and it's not that I'm distracted and not paying attention. It's just that there's so much that I almost feel like my eyes become overstimulated with everything going around that I just kind of zone out because I want to see everything, I want to hear everything. Having in your life, yeah, I don't know. This question has stumped me. This is where I would need Richard to come in with some of his brilliant wisdom and just throw it out in a new perspective for me. But we'll keep it short today. Uh, as I mentioned, we have a snowstorm coming up. If you're anywhere around the area where you're having snow going on, I'd love to see some Dr. Pepper snowmen. Maybe build a 12 pack of cans. I wonder if I could do that. It depends on the snow. You know how some snow is just so powdery. It's fun to play in, but you just can't do anything with it. Who knows? But make sure you don't leave your Dr. Pepper in your garage. I've learned this the hard way. Freezing temperatures will cause cans to explode. I unfortunately last year had a 12 pack in my trunk that I bought before school or while I was at school, and had parent-teacher conferences all day, and it was freezing temperatures outside, and I went to my car. Actually, this happened. I had a can in my car, and then I had a 12-pack in my trunk, and the can in my car exploded and sent Dr. Pepper slushy stuff everywhere. And the cans in my trunk exploded in the sense that like the tops like bubbled out. They didn't like spray and leak everywhere, but safe to say it was a mess. And the grocery store was kind enough to allow me to return and exchange those 12 packs. And I just, having worked in a grocery store for 12 years, I know people bring them back stuff all the time. I can't even tell you the number of crazy stories I've heard. But one of the, I just straight up told them, this is my fault. You could tell me no, and I would understand. But I bought this 12 pack, had it in my car all day while I was at work, and it exploded. Is there any way you would let me exchange it? And they're like, you know what? You seem like a nice guy. We'll let you do that. And I was like, oh, this is great. I'm so thankful. So I got that exchange. But I'm going to call it tonight. Not a lot of, well, actually, this question is very deep. And I know I'm only scratching the surface, but my brain is shot. It's been a long week. I've got all kinds of fun stuff going on, all kinds of crazy busy stuff going on. And I'm sure I have some papers to grade somewhere, but as my students will take tests tomorrow, I'll do that. And I will be thinking about tomorrow's question. Should I give you a teaser what tomorrow's question is? Let me see. Ooh, this is an interesting question. This one is more reflective and it's easier to answer. Yeah, I'll give you a heads up. Tomorrow's question is, are you holding on to something that you need to let go of? So think about that. We'll be back tomorrow to discuss that. And as always, stay safe, stay caffeinated, be blessed, be a pepper, and until we drink again, I'll see y'all next time.